Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about H.R. 1. That's the For the People Act. We're going to do this because Ted Cruz talked about it. And he said some interesting things that I think merit attention. He said it on a phone call that was organized by the American Legislative Exchange Council. And he made it very clear that the Republican Party is going to do everything they can to stop this bill. Because he says H.R. 1's only objective is to ensure that Democrats can never again lose another election, that they will win and maintain control of the House of Representatives and the Senate and of the state legislatures for the next century. What is in this bill? I mean, when you hear this, the only thing you can picture is that it's a bill designed to gerrymander districts, divide them up so conservative voices are diluted so they can't be heard. Because that way, Democrats will win and they'll be able to control all of these things. Or it has a bunch of stuff to suppress the vote, make it harder for people to vote, specifically targeting demographics that tend to vote conservative. Or maybe it makes it easier for Democrats to get some of that secretive campaign money that nobody knows about, so they can just outspend Republicans. I mean, that's the only thing that I can picture that would accomplish this. So what's in the bill? Literally the exact opposite. It has a bunch of provisions designed to eliminate partisan gerrymandering. It has a bunch of provisions to increase voter access, to make sure that people's voices get heard. And it has campaign finance reform. That's what's in it. This statement, compared with what's actually in the bill, that may be the biggest indictment of the Republican Party I've ever heard. It appears that Senator Cruz is saying, unless the Republican Party can gerrymander and suppress the vote, they can't win. Unless they cheat, they can't win. Unless they engage in practices that are designed to get rid of those low-quality voters that we were talking about, they can't win. I would point out that this conversation is taking place at the same time as Republicans in state legislatures all over the country are attempting to lean into Trump's baseless claims as an excuse to enhance voting regulations and make it harder for people to vote. It certainly seems like Cruz is saying that the Republican Party is lost without the ability to deny the people their voice. It's, that's a wild statement when you really think about it. Maybe he meant something else. Maybe he spent too much time with Trump and he's developed a flair for the dramatic or a habit of being economical with the truth. But this statement, compared to what's in the bill, it makes it that much more important that it gets through. It should also make people wonder why Republican senators oppose it. I mean, you don't actually have to wonder why. You can look and see what they're doing in the state legislatures. But Republicans in the Senate are not going to let this through. They're going to fight it every step of the way. They're going to do everything they can to stop this. Which certainly means that the Democrats really only have one option. And it's to get rid of the filibuster. Otherwise, this won't get through. And we know what they're doing in the state legislatures already. Ted Cruz, on a phone call designed to rally support against this, provided the best argument for it. Because apparently Republicans can't win and won't be able to for the next century if this passes. Because we all know they won't actually develop a platform and focus on policy because it's too much fun and too easy to lean into the culture wars, which is what they're doing. In fact, those were kind of the talking points that got handed out on this phone call. It seems as though the Republican Party is actively attempting to undermine the representative democracy we have in the United States. It's how it appears. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.